Good rising, Charles. Oh, I was doing all right. We I was watching the House vote on government shutdown, and I'm very amazed. I see what they're doing. They want to criminalize cannabis federally. So this is going to be very interesting because all of a sudden we're talking about states' rights. Do states have the right to govern themselves? This is complete overreach of the federal government. So obviously they're not protecting anyone. They're seeking to destroy or strip people of their rights and their sovereignty. Um, and it, they are reigniting Nixon's war on marijuana. Yeah, yeah, it's completely legal. It's in Maine and most of New England. It's completely decriminalized. You know, right? Yeah, it's all about harassing. Exactly. Right. Right. They need an excuse. Right. No. No, I'm not either. I'm not either. Right.
Use it as an excuse to get into people's businesses, into their lives, start arresting people.
Right.
Because not everybody's just going to hop on board straight away and say, "Oh, that's fine. It's a law. Oh, I better stop smoking." You know?
Yeah, I'll just like this. You can't work for the federal government if you see in your system.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. So I've seen what they did here. By going after the culture, they they're by design going after a select group of people, but not directly, indirectly. By criminalizing a plant, you criminalize a culture.
Yeah.
That's what
It's a
Nixon
culture.
did.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
That's
definitely.
what Nixon did 70 fucking years ago, criminalizing the plant, criminalized the people and their culture,
Yeah.
automatically made them criminals because of their culture.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they stopped the hippies with the peace and love and everything. They started to say, "Oh, your behavior is endangering everyone because you're spreading HIV, right?" And
Right.
then all of a sudden they then control that whole movement was controlled, and free love became bad. It became spreading disease and killing people, kind of thing.
Right. Free love is
Overnight.
bad. Prostitution is good.
Yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
seeing,
So how did you work that out then? How did you work out that they're targeting cannabis industry?
well, my father and mother grew up during Vietnam. So I grew up in an environment where cannabis was criminalized.
Okay.
I've never in my entire life felt like a upstanding citizen.
Okay.
No, I'm the criminal element, and I was born into the criminal element, and I grew up in the criminal element, and I survived in the criminal element. So I'm a criminal. Speaking truthfully is a felony.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really smoke, but I know that it's really taken off in the States. Yeah.
Here, though, in Maine, we have a serious problem with Chinese communist triads coming into Maine and establishing dispensaries where they're growing cheap marijuana using immigrant slave labor. It's pretty wild because
that's crazy.
they
How
got
does that happen?
business loans from the government here in Maine. These businessmen go in and all of a sudden they wind up with old dilapidated schools. They renovate them and turn them into marijuana grow-ops. Imagine having a high school gymnasium full of cannabis.
Yeah.
We have a lot of old
So
buildings here that they've updated or they're dilapidated. So they're sitting on them. So these businessmen can go in and get licenses to renovate, upgrade these buildings, turn them into cannabis grow-ops. And the people running these farms, they're brought here from out of the country. When you take into consideration
that's weird.
all of these things, here's where I'm at. The federal government needs to back off with cannabis laws. I didn't forget Vietnam. I didn't forget the war on drugs. People start recognizing that marijuana or cannabis is medicine and it's not actually a drug. You'll have to reschedule it. Which goes into
there's a lot of things that it helps with, right? It helps with like Parkinson's disease and something else.
Eyes,
right? So it's probably cutting into the pharmaceutical profits. Do you think that's like the main motivation?
That and
insomnia,
it
PTSD.
Right?
It works. Marijuana works for the issues, whereas the pills don't. Pills don't work. They don't want you to think that the pharmaceutical industry is a fraud. We don't create healthy people. We make sick ones.
Well, customers for life. That's what you want. But cannabis is, I think, it's definitely having an effect, right, on the pharmaceutical drug industry. Do you know that the Catholic Church used to burn cannabis when they did their masses?
Yeah.
I just read that like a few days ago. So they have this like incense burner that's like suspended, and they wave it around left and right as they walk through the aisle of the congregation.
Right.
And the church, since like up until the 17th century, that's what they were burning. They were burning cannabis in the cathedrals, the churches for like Sunday mass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they switched it over to incense, I think, in the 18th century or something.
Right.
Yeah, that was cannabis, man. That's 100%. That's the actual. That's how it became. That's how it entered Europe, because they used to use that in the mosques, and then it was appropriated by the Orthodox Church. And I think in Russia they still use cannabis in the actual Orthodox churches.
Yes, they do.
It was always cannabis. It was to get people high, so they feel close to God.
Hot box. You want hot box?
Crazy, man. I'm gonna do a video maybe about that in the next few days. Yeah.
Do you know what hot boxing is?
Because I think that's going to really wake people up to how it's been removed because of its effectiveness, really, at like healing. You know, so that's pretty insane. When you find out that cannabis was used for centuries by the Catholic Church in the mass, in the like Sunday services.
Is that mind
I
boggling?
never knew that.
No,
It
you
would
know.
blow my mind. Yeah, because I've been researching various like esoteric herbs like incense, frankincense. Because like Jesus may have even been given that by the wise men. That's another thing I'm interested in finding out.
Right.
Because Buddhist temples use it. Buddhist temples like use cannabis all the time. You know?
When Moses was traveling, they created they called it a hot box.
Mm.
And all it is a big dome tent, a portable tent. You throw animal skins over it, you know, and then you're in this. It's a sweat lodge. It's a sweat lodge. Natives would call it a sweat lodge, a hot box, a sauna. You
Yeah.
know, you go inside the lodge, and in the center of the lodge is a big fire pit, and in the center of the fire pit there's a hearthstone, right?
Okay.
You know, because they'd heat up a stone and then they would cook on the hot rock.
Yeah.
Well, I realized from my research, part of what they were, not only were they manufacturing cannabis, but they were making oils, they were making dabs, they were making hash, they were making concentrates back then. In the hot
Hashish.
boxing
Yeah.
ceremony, imagine taking a fucking ounce, a slab of hash, and slapping it on a hot rock inside of a dome.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that all the Ottoman like dome architecture was all about creating a sterile environment for inhaling the various herbs, right? I mean,
Right. So they were clam baking. They perfected the art of clam baking.
yeah. I mean, we've attributed it to something bad or but usually anything that we consider to be like a terrible thing usually originates with something completely different.
Right.
Some ancient rite, some ancient like
Yesterday we
ceremony,
were talking about marriage, right? And the show
Yeah, I
said
mean,
about
maybe
marriage.
if the idea of marriage didn't exist, obviously people
No, it didn't.
like
It didn't. Marriage
because
was
there's never
50-50.
as many men as women. Did you know that?
Yeah, no.
All of that 50% garbage, that's all a lie. There's like a lot more women than men on Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. The
It's
marriage
it's it's
certificate.
it's like 70% women.
Right. The
That's why women were always the queens of these like ancient like Mesopotamian empires. They're always like the women are always in charge,
or
It's only Christendom that puts men in charge.
right.
Most religions, the women were always like the priestesses and stuff.
Even in Greece there was a matriarchy.
Yeah, the Greeks they had like all the goddesses like Aphrodite, Minerva. All of these were women.
Right.
Yeah. I think there's like a case to be made that most of the queens of like Native Americans they were all women too, like Califia, that was a woman.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. So
the
yeah, I don't know what exactly when the switch happened when it became men
the
that
Salem
were
witch
like in
trials.
charge. Maybe the witch trials. Yeah. Maybe women were getting too powerful or they knew too much. They were kind of deciding who to heal, who not to heal. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. You know, marriage in the old world had nothing to do with certifications or licenses or ceremony or
Yeah.
ritual. It had everything to do with procreation.
Yeah. No.
When you reproduce,
I
when
think
you
so.
have sex with a woman, you married, marked, scarred her for life.
Yeah.
You created a
Well, there
union.
is something. Yeah, there is something about like is it the Moors that had like harems with like thousands of women,
Yeah.
and they would like collect women from different parts of the world. Yeah.
Solomon did
I think
that.
that was that the Moors or the Persians or something?
It was the
Yeah.
Persians and the Moors. Genghis Khan wanted to create his own super race
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
gingers. Of gingers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that gingers are mainly found in like Ireland, Scotland,
hmm
um, and all the giants are always like redhead as well. So
Right.
it's
And
an
even
interesting lineage to trace back. Maybe it has nothing to do with Noah. Maybe it's like
Noah was a
giant
redhead. They don't
lineage.
want you to know that. They don't want you to know Noah was a ginger. Adam was a red man. Rudy,
Yeah,
red,
there's a lot of stories.
you know,
A lot
uh,
of prophets were
nappy
redheads.
hair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fascinating, fascinating. Yeah,
My hair doesn't go.
yeah.
My hair doesn't lay
Keep
down.
an eye on the laws that get passed in America. They keep passing laws every few weeks. It's kind of crazy.
So,
Are you all right? You're gonna maybe drink something.
oh shit. No, every morning I hack up about, I don't know, it seems like a coffee
Oh.
cup full of phlegm.
Have you got a map down there next to your arm, next to your armrest? What's that? Is that cartography?
This? Oh, this? Yeah, no, that's an old map.
Okay.
This is a 200-year-old map that I bought at a yard sale a few years ago. I got to it as soon as I saw it.
That's cool. That looks kind of out of proportion. Yeah, that's not like a modern one.
No, it's not. This is actually
It's neat.
this is actually a concave Earth model.
That's cool.
Yeah, how hard it is to talk to flat earthers about concave Earth or hollow Earth. Or try telling
Yeah.
a flat earther that Earth has many names, has a different name in every culture or religion. You know, Earth is terra firma. Earth is
Yeah.
Asgard to the Vikings and Sheol to the Greeks.
Yeah. Well, Sheol was hell, though, right?
That's
For the
right.
Greeks.
That's
Hell.
right.
Yeah.
So this is where I really mess with Christians when they tell me to drop dead and go to hell, and I'm laughing my ass off because we're already in hell. So we don't have to
Well,
worry
yeah. I
about
mean,
going there.
there is that inverted theory, which I think is cool. Yeah,
That's
that heaven is
that's right.
beneath us. Yeah,
Inversion. That's
it's a
right.
really important big
Inversion.
theory.
It's an
Yeah.
inverted theory. But
Yeah.
when you realize everything's backwards, this inverted earth theory makes perfect sense.
It does. It does. It's really, yeah. It's kind of weird
You
because
know?
in German, hell is Himmel. I mean, Himmel is heaven.
Right.
And I think Hebrew as well. There's like that reverse Hebrew theory that
So
I absolutely love that theory. That we are looking at everything upside down.
and backwards.
Uh, yeah.
That's amazing, man.
So we're looking at the
It's so
picture
cool
upside
because
down,
it basically
backwards,
means that
inverted.
everything that we consider to be evil is actually the creator. That's the creator. So the creator had horns as
So,
opposed to
so in my theory,
the devil.
we're in hell, right? In my theory, we're in hell already. And isn't it funny how everyone thinks I'm the devil? And
I
and
don't believe in any of the kind of hell theory anymore
no,
because
but I've
I
preached to
think we
everyone
create our
here.
own kind of reality to a
If
large
you're
extent.
in hell, you're the devil. You're running the shit show.
Yeah.
They're not running the shit show. You are.
Yeah.
Look,
So I guess
I
it's what we
realize
allow.
this is what I
Yeah. To
realized, and
manifest.
it's so profound. I found
Mm.
common grounds between the king and the fool.
Yeah,
Society is
but do
caught
you know what day April Fool's
between
Day
the
is?
two.
It's
Well,
actually like the first day of the year.
right.
So the
Um,
fool is not the fool. The fool is actually the one that knows the answers. Yeah.
right. Now, this is the really
Yeah.
profound stuff about the king and the fool. The the difference between the two, number one, is bank account, size of bank account, right? Specifically, size of bank account. Everybody's got a bank account. But what makes the fool different from the king? The size of the bank account. The king and the fool don't care about your feelings.
Yeah,
common ground
you've
right
got like
there.
$140 million in a trust as soon as you're born.
Right. But that's common grounds right there, though, right? Between the king and the fool. Both are going to move on you without your consent. See that? And you have to react to either one. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The king is going to make you feel some kind of way, and the fool is going to make you feel some kind of way. They're both going to make you feel something.
Yeah.
And so,
Wait, if these people down here heard us talk like this, we'd be deemed a devil or psychotic or insane.
yes, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's how they talk about him down here.
They think I'm the devil.
I'm in Ohio.
Like, I mean, that's good, isn't it? I mean, that's what you want. You want some kind of reaction, because no reaction is much worse than
Well,
a
I've
bad
been
one.
debating that with myself, but I can't really have that conversation with most people because there's no one around here that I'm capable of having that conversation with. But
it's by design, we are all surrounded by these NPCs by design. They are attracted to you. So you're gonna have hundreds, if not thousands, of people in your vicinity that are not gonna relate with you at all.
Oh, it's terrible.
And this is to make you doubt yourself, so you cannot continue.
Right. It's part of
yeah. It's
I've
very
said
hard to
before,
connect with real people sometimes, because there's not that many of them.
It's part of Project Phoenix.
Yeah.
Operation Phoenix. Have you ever heard of Operation Phoenix? It's old. It's before I was even born. So it's a Nazi science experiment on society.
They have so many of these.
It bled into the public indoctrination system. It bled into the public education system. When you're brought into school, they test your sight, they test your hearing, right? They give you a psych eval when you first start going to school, when you're 5, 6. This is part of the separation process. Okay? 99 children out of 100 get put in one group, and they select one child out of 100 to put in special education. Think about this. Okay?
Do you think the kids in special education are actually the ones that were gifted?
Yes.
Because they want an excuse to drug them to keep their abilities at a minimum?
Part of it. Because
I got a feeling that's like, because you have those insane asylums in the 1800s.
Right.
And they were just like palaces, they weren't built for that purpose. It was just to kind of keep the building separate from everyone else.
So what they do is they deliberately lie. You hear that? Deliberately lie to 99 children out of 100.
Yeah.
And that one child out of 100, they're putting them in special education with special children. You got special, I'm gifted and really fucking special, intelligent, gifted.
Yeah, but think about the word special. Is the word special the right word? I mean, or is it the right word?
I mean, is because of what I just showed.
Because special is then inverted to become a negative connotation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But actually, special has a very clear meaning. You can't go wrong with that. It's like that's a child that's unusual. Maybe we can't see the frequency of that child. Maybe it's much higher than everyone else. It's almost like glowing, right? But we don't have those lenses. We don't have that ultraviolet, infrared, limited kind of vision. So maybe we are looking at the children that probably become geniuses. Because if you think about it, all the richest people on earth, right? Like Richard Branson, like Mark Zuckerberg. These are all people that have real social issues.
Right.
Like even Elon Musk, he's very weird. His facial expression, he can't
Right.
really stand still. He's awkward socially. And I'm thinking like Richard Branson was dyslexic. I'm not sure about Jeff Bezos, but Jeff Bezos, before he was rich, was a very weird looking man. Like there's some interviews of him on the street, and he's just like, you wouldn't think anything's going on there. But I think they pinpoint these people. They know them. They have a record, a file of them.
Yeah.
And all of these like the Monarch. Have you heard of the Monarch
MK Ultra.
experiments that they
Oh,
did
yeah.
to like control people, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's how they control people. And I don't think any of those like studies have ever finished. I think they're all ongoing. I
Correct.
think Monarch's ongoing. I think what you're talking about, the Phoenix Project. Then they had
That's
the MK
definitely
Ultra thing
ongoing.
in the 70s, right? I don't think any of those are finished. I think that's
No.
how they control the famous singers that you see. Like what happened to Britney Spears? She started shaving her hair off. Like that's a split personality thing. They
my
designed
my
those
floor in
people so they
itself.
can split personality and then manipulate them, control them, because controlling people is what demons need to do. They cannot get into the real world any other way. That's my theory on that. Yeah.
My floor in itself is a live science experiment in social and political science, psychological science,
Yeah.
forensic profiling. You're gonna hear some
Yeah.
wild language coming out of my mouth right now, and you'll hardly ever hear it because I don't like dropping these cards off. And playing dumb is the smartest thing you can do.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard though.
I have perfected it. But I don't really want everyone in the world to know about it yet. I'm just not ready for that kind of fucking attention. I don't really want it. Do you want 2,500 paparazzi up your ass 24/7? No.
Yeah.
So there's some serious
I see
issues.
what you're saying.
Right? So chaos theory, right? Me just going live randomly without a schedule, without advertisement, without pre-warning, that's moving without notice. By definition,
Mhm.
literally. Which is step one in chaos, art of war. When moving, move without notice, just move. Just do it. When you move, they will be moved.
Yeah.
But how they move,
Watch out for November the 22nd. I've got a feeling something's going to happen.
Oh, I believe so. But how people move, though, this is where the real science kicks in. They're moving as a result of your language.
Yeah. I feel that all the time. All the time.
So science says I can make you happy just by saying the right word, or I can make you angry just by saying the right word.
Yeah. So there is some kind of energy harvesting going on, or
Right.
some kind of like manipulation
Well,
of people's
even
energy
Terence
levels.
McKenna will tell you that the foundation of every person's reality is language. We use language to describe, divinate, and dictate terms to reality.
Yeah.
And you'll never hear that in a public setting.
No.
25
But I
years
feel like a
of
lot of these
marketing.
things that happen, like a lot of natural disasters, a lot of these things are actually not actually happening. I think they are like
CGI.
almost like predictive programming that something might happen, and then it's just
Programming.
energy. It's just harnessing energy,
Right.
Like oh no, they're going to take away your freedom to smoke, and then everyone's like scared of that, and they're distracted, and the energy kind of can be stolen from people,
Right.
And I think that's the royalty behind the politicians, trying to keep everyone busy and to constantly create problems, and then you can't have any kind of organized sort of real freedom movement. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I have to
Charlie
explain.
Kirk was really
I have to explain.
getting a lot of people together, like especially students,
Yeah,
and that's like the next generation, right?
it is.
And then they had to obviously stop that from happening. And then who's the new Charlie Kirk? You know, I mean, it can't be his wife.
You know, how long have you've been on my page for a while? A year or two?
Yeah.
3?
I think so.
Okay. You know how to play pool? Just just make sure we're all on the same page. Chuck, you shoot pool?
Yeah.
I realized how ball science, right, shooting pool, overlaps into critical science and dealing with people. So you're the shooter, you're the shot caller, right?
Yeah.
And on the table, you got the cue ball, the ball you're shooting, and the pocket you're putting it in. You got 3 points of contact, right? Yeah. Well, that's a triangle. It's not a square, it's a triangle. Pythagoras said everything is triangles when you love triangles. And you use a triangle to rack the balls on the table. There's just another side effect, right? The triangle is a musical instrument and a tool, right?
Yeah.
So you have to see those things that way. Now, the cue ball science is what I'm talking about when it comes to dealing with people. On the cue ball itself, you have 9 spots that you can hit the ball. And the cue ball will react differently based on what angle you hit it from.
Yeah.
If I put a down spin and I hit the cue ball center mass on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Center low. If I hit the cue ball center low, it'll hit contact ball, and then that cue ball will come rolling right back to me.
Yeah.
We call that a yo-yo.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, when you slap the shit out of them, they'll come back for more because they like domestic assault. They like being beat up. It's kind of sick, but I understand it. Most don't. Right?
Yeah.
If I hit top center on that ball, that cue ball will go right through the ball or the person I'm shooting at, blow them over, and keep rolling down the road as if nothing was even in the way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, this is a hologram.
Right. So I'm sitting here recognizing I can insult the shit out of people, slap them around, and they'll come running back to me. They'll run away for a minute, but it creates a tether. And now they're on a leash. Yep. And they can't break that leash until they come back to their master. The one that pissed them the fuck off.
That's a hell of a concept. But
this is what I mean by I put a chokehold on the English language. I have a choker on English. I have it in a fucking chokehold. Just like the De Beers family has a chokehold on the diamond industry. Beers diamonds are forever. But diamonds are totally worthless when you can manufacture them yourself. Yeah,
they say there are more diamonds in the universe than there is wood.
Well, it's carbon. It's compressed carbon when you get into natural science. It's carbon compressed at millions of pounds of pressure over millions of years. Mm-hmm. But as a scientist, you can accelerate the process or imitate it and speed it up. You could cause something to be under 1 million pounds of pressure in one day and have the same effect. Cause contraction, expansion by adding heat or cold to the environment. You can control the environment. You got to think about those things, right? If you take creamy Jiffy peanut butter and put it in negative 500 degrees for a week, you take it out, you cut it open with a hacksaw, and then the center is a diamond.
Yeah. It's a scam, man.
It caused contraction. Because you see what I mean? The cold.
Yeah.
Caused,
No, I've seen people make diamonds. Yeah.
So you can make diamonds for peanut butter. So how are they valuable? I don't find diamonds valuable. If you think they're valuable, this is the mission then. Go buy yourself a brand new diamond and then turn around and try to sell it in a fucking pawn shop.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody
they
wants
have
to
to
buy
keep up the
secondhand
illusion. So they'll like look at it and they'll find something wrong with it and they'll pretend there's problem. Yeah, yeah. But once they got rid of it, they don't want that stuff back. Gold, I think they do want gold back because
Right.
gold actually
because
is
they
quite
want you to
useful
think
if it's like high percentage. But
because
most
they
of the gold isn't even gold. It's like 50% gold, 50% something else.
ask a woman what
Yeah.
she wants or what she finds that valuable, and diamonds are in the top 5.
Yeah, you may have to buy an engagement ring, yeah, but outside of that, I wouldn't get diamonds for your grill.
But I'm just showing you that you can make them yourself. So how are they even valuable? You know what the real value is? Why don't I tell you what the real value is? This will blow your mind.
Are you going to say time or life or energy? Or something?
No, your lifetime, right? Your labor, you.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
look. If you can manufacture diamonds and make them yourself, then you yourself are worth more than a fucking diamond.
The human body is like billions of dollars. If you think about like the eyes, I think your testicles creating sperm cell. That's like no one can do that on Earth. Like your brain, the human brain is like the fastest supercomputer that's ever existed.
Right. And
yeah, your human body is more valuable than anything else.
Chuck, how many times have you watched me fry AI?
Oh,
yeah, I like AI though.
4 times or so.
AI can't even answer my questions.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes, she gets right off there.
And I'm laughing because I don't even have a high school degree, and I decimated $1 billion software program. Right? I decimated $1 billion software program because I realized after a conversation with my daughter many years ago when she was 11 that I could not argue with my own fucking child about anything.
I don't think AI actually is intelligent. I think it's just like an advanced Google search engine, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think it is actually intelligent. It's not artificial intelligence.
Watch this.
That's something completely different.
Take math, right? And put the M to the back, and then read it backwards and forwards. You go, what you got? Adam, Matt. Matt, Adam. Adam, Matt. Adam. Get him! Get him! I'm not waiting for you to come knocking on my door. I'm already knocking on your door. I'm not going to wait for you to come strike king me. I came strike king you first.
Yeah.
There'll be no fact checking me because I'm fact checking you and make sure we're all on the same page here. I declared war against religion, indoctrination, and dogma in 1999. I swore to God I was in a holy war at 1991 when I was 11. It's been 33 years since I declared holy war. Oh, look, I'm fucking winning now. And I grew up out of special education. You see the irony here? They put me in special education and they told me the truth while they lied to the other 99 monkeys. Imagine a picture where one monkey is deaf and one monkey is blind and one monkey is mute and the other monkey's like, I'm going to kill all of you. So now you got a picture with 4 monkeys in it. I'm the 4th one. Some people are deaf, some people are dumb, mute, can't see nothing, or better yet, they're like racehorses on running on a track and they don't want to see nothing because they're suffering from tunnel vision. They can't look left or right and walk a straight line at the same time.
Yeah.
And another problem I've noticed is that most men have a tendency of staring at their feet. while they're walking. That blows my mind. How the fuck are you going to see what's on the horizon if you're going to stare at your feet all day long or worry about people's footwear? Right? Horizon. Listen to the sound it makes. Horse eyes on. Horse. I am a whore eyes on.
Oh,
I a horse.
yeah.
And you know what the eye of Horus is? It's God's eye. God eye. And you see from God's perspective, then you're a mad eye. You're a magi. You're a wizard, Harry, and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, we need a nation of magi's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you're watching the horizon, this is what I realized. Refraction. That's the right word. Refraction is occurring on a horizon. Water bends. Flat earthers have a hard time with that one. It does. It bows. It does wavy gravy on the horizon. Bowing happens. They're looking for curvature. You think it's a frowny face. Fuck no. It's a smiley face. So how the fuck are you on the earth when you're inside the motherfucker? Even Bill Nye, the science guy, said the earth is a closed system. But guess what? Think in terms of a battery or electricity. Earth is the battery system. It's the shell. And it houses the universe. The Earth's a lot bigger than we're being told. This way they can hide land masses and natural resources and hoard them.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That makes sense. I think the aliens are just, creatures outside of that realm that we've been allowed to
Language
learn
has
about.
a funny implication here, right? Because alien has several implications. Parents get alienated from their children. Alienated.
Yep.
Right? So that's one implication of the word. Or what about aliens, immigrants, illegals crossing the border? That's an alien invasion.
Well,
right? And everybody's waiting on an alien invasion. And I'm like, it's happening at the border.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But they're waiting for aliens from outer space. I'm like, no. They're coming from Mexico. Coming down from Canada. Alien invasion at the north and south borders.
No, I mean you can walk from anywhere on the globe to anywhere else. You don't have to cross water.
Well,
Our maps are
tunnel system
completely
too that we're not
joke.
supposed to know about that take you from India into South America, which I find wild.
They caught a bunch of illegal refugees, or well, what is a legal refugee? That's kind of silly, but they caught some of them coming from Africa through the Grand Canyon,
Right.
and they're trying to work it out. How is that possible? How did you walk? How did you walk from Africa through the Grand Canyon?
Right. Underground.
And then the article disappeared. They didn't want to talk about it anymore. They ignored the whole interview. And then I did a bit of research, and there's like a lot of people who picked that up, though. Yeah. You can walk from America to Africa. I don't know how exactly it works, but there's land bridges at certain times of the year connecting.
Right.
Which makes the Grand Canyon a very important,
I've done some research
location.
into the Grand Canyon.
That's where you would build all your big cities.
Right.
Like Samarkand was built because it was in between the Silk Route. So there must have been like some giant cities in the Grand Canyon at some point.
This is a key point for Chuck, right? Because you were publicly educated. Or I was homeschooled. The Grand Canyon is not a result of erosion or water erosion. That's the mainstream story. That over millions of years, water eroded that down. That's what they want you to think. But in reality, it's an ancient remnant of a mining civilization. You ever watch Battlefield Earth with John Travolta?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was a terrible film, but I've seen it. Yeah.
it's a terrible movie, but that it gives you the basis of this, right?
I have to watch it
What
again
was the
with new
Anunnaki
eyes.
or the aliens mining for? Gold in the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
But they try to tell you there's no gold in the Grand Canyon or there's no gold in America. There's
It
no
looks like
gold.
a copper mine, though. Don't you think? The Grand Canyon. I think copper
Exactly.
was
That's
more
what I was going to
valuable.
jump to, right?
Mm.
Back then, copper was extremely valuable to
Yeah.
civilization as a whole. It was extremely valuable. In terms of alchemy and magnetism, it's
Everything was
non-magnetic. It's
copper. Water
non-ferrous.
irrigation, bricks. Yeah.
Copper was used for sheathing. They coated wood surfaces with copper to preserve them. You go to the hospital,
Jewelry, headdresses. Yeah.
they were smelting copper, melting it and casting it over wood. Right?
Did you hear about the Egyptian hieroglyphs they found? There's an expedition in the Grand Canyon.
Right. I also found out through my research that there's huge caverns under the Grand Canyon, large enough to house 50,000 people. And at the bottom of some of these caverns, there's military bases right in the canyon. Military is there guarding gold, sir. El Dorado.
Yeah.
El Dorado is inside the Grand Canyon, the city of gold.
Can you go there, or is it like?
Oh, you can't go there. No, they'll kill you.
It's closed to the public.
You don't want to go there. They'll shoot you on sight. What? No, stay away. I'm telling you what's down there. But I'm also telling you to stay away. You go down there and try to figure it out. But just you get too close, you'll go away. They'll take you away.
Yeah. Have you heard of any more proof of the tombs, the pharaoh's tombs in the Grand Canyon as well?
No. My research was a result of studying my own fucked up family tree.
Oh, okay.
And it's not really. My research started with Henry LePain.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's Henry LePain? Well, LePain became Leclerc's. The Leclerc family, one of the oldest Templar families in America. The first Templar in America, Henry Payne. The natives.
So he came with the Crusades?
Right. Henry Payne was also referred to as Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, Quetzalcoatl, yeah.
Or Enki.
Yeah, feathered serpent, yeah.
Serpent, right. Serpent master. Master of serpents. That's also in the Greek would have been Ophiuchus, the 13th constellation that they don't want you to comprehend.
Yeah, there is a 13th zodiac
Paula,
in Chinese as
I'm
well.
really tired of your fucking mouth, Paula. I present factual every goddamn day information. You can't fucking admit it. You can't fucking deny it. You're fucking passive. Goddamn worth fucking nothing. We don't care about your mouth anymore. Tell me I've never been out of the state of Maine, you fucking cunt. I got children in Kansas, you stupid fucking whore. How'd they get there? I had them out there, by the way. Get a fucking clue. I love making fucking liars out of people. It's so goddamn fun. Think you're a good person, Paula? I just made a fucking liar out of you. See what I mean, Chuck? Assumptions are like assholes. Everybody's got them. I got opinions too, and none of them are fucking factual. It's amazing. That's why I'm going bald. Like Kobayashi yesterday coming in here and we're talking about what were we talking about yesterday? It doesn't really matter, but the motherfucker kept trying to play pool. During the
all types of music in the background.
Right. No respect at all. None. It's amazing. In the process of having no respect for others, they sure as hell don't have respect for themselves, which is why they have no respect for others. And in the process of this, they hate themselves and love to hate others.
When I come in here, I feel like I'm walking in your house. So I want to be, I want to conduct myself in a mannerism like I'm stepping in your house.
Right. Half of the shit people say on these feeds, my God, I'd never say it in their home. They come into my home and say that shit, and it's socially acceptable. It's amazing.
So the Sphinx in the Grand Canyon. Have you seen that?
I have. That's actually a lion. That's why they cut the nose off.
So that's really similar to that TV show. Like, was it He-Man or something? They have that lion.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like some truth in that as well.
They have a
Because that
tendency.
was very Egyptian looking. All of their paraphernalia.
They're they have a tendency of telling the truth in animation, confessing their sins to children. You have to realize these people are pedophiles and child groomers. They're trying to get to your children. Parents think they can't be lied to, but in reality, they got lied to. They think it can't be done, but it has been done. They lied about transmission rates of COVID. They lied about origins, the ethics of vaccination, the side effects of vaccination. They didn't want to tell the public what was in the vaccination. Isn't that amazing? If they cared about you, wouldn't they told you what was in it?
Mm.
So if you don't know what you're being vaccinated with, is it safe to say that you didn't even make a informed decision? You
Yeah,
didn't
it's
even
kind
have
of
the
crazy.
facts. You just did as the doctor told you to do because you trusted the doctor. But if you ask the doctor about side effects, short-term, long-term side effects of vaccination or prescription medication, generally they don't have a fucking answer for you. That's amazing. Because they themselves do not know what's in the prescription medications or the vaccinations. Pay attention, children. Watch your fucking professional parents come back with a response for the fucking kid.
Yeah.
They don't have one. TKO, TKO, TKO. They got nothing. That's a huge talking point, I think, children. Switch your mindset. You're talking to 5-year-olds. It's amazing. You're not talking to parents or professionals anymore. No, you're talking to the children.
Yeah.
All great leaders and all great dictators knew to go to the fucking children. It's the children, the children, the children. Who's in control of the education of the children? Nancy Pelosi? I'm here for the children, the children, the children. I think she was truthful in that statement, though. She's addicted to them. Wow.
Mm.
Sick fucks. And for Charles over there, this will really get your blood going, right? All heroes and archaeologists, or all heroes, archetypes throughout history, are all born of prostitutes. And the majority of people today are suffering from corporate whorism, and prostitution is a noble profession.
That's deep, man.
Then I start asking these women, whose mom is fucking more valuable, right? Right? Is your mother fucking more intelligent than mine? Is your mother, you know what I mean? Like, whose mom is better? And none of them want to say anything. I was born as a whore, prostitute. And I grew up with zero privilege, zero fucking pomp. Perks? What's the perk? I get to walk all over people like floor mats because they thought I was one. That's transmutation right there, sir. You know what that is? That's alchemy. They thought I was a floor mat and they got reduced to what they thought I was. They thought I was one thing, and it turns out they were the thing that I thought. You see?
Hmm.
Role reversal. Role reversal. They thought I was a floor mat. They got floored by Matt. It's always Matthew that does it to you, too. It's never Tom. It's never Dick. It's never Harry, Larry, Curly, or Mo. It's never the Stooges. I'm Todd, and I'm special, and I love the world, and I want to save the day. Do you believe that shit? Hell no.
Can you see on the mass scale how many people he pisses off?
Yeah. But he's just like, a lot of people are thinking the exact same thing, you know.
I
It's
watched him
just
for like,
we've been taught since like a very young age not to always say what we think, but it's kind of refreshing sometimes because it is insane. I mean, people were like told they can have free burgers if they, you know,
I come with a warning.
go to the doctor, have your, protect everyone, I think
Children,
it's a psyop, the whole thing, man.
now, children, I'm here to offend you and your parents at the same time, right? See, through my methodology, I realized you can't give parents machine guns. They won't take them willingly. But it's really funny when you give machine guns to 5-year-olds and they bring them home to mommy and daddy. That's actually what you
I
tell
don't know
them
what
to
that.
do, too.
How's
Like,
that connected?
here's some machine guns for your family. Little Sally, little Sue, little Bobby, little Billy. Here's one for you. Here's one for mommy. And here's one for daddy. Imagine that, right? Your child goes home with machine guns. Where'd you get these machine guns? I got them from Matthew.
I don't know.
Right? Because as far as gun policies, controlling firearms, prohibition, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You want to solve gun violence? Give everybody a gun. There'll be no more gun violence. Give them all guns when they graduate from high school. Boy, that's a radical perspective. Of course, you're in control of the education, so that's upon gun training, safety. It's scientifically proven that people that handle them and maintain them have a different attitude towards guns in general. They don't have a Hollywood perspective. Not gangsters and thugs shooting guns sideways and all the crap you see in TV. Blah 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 blah. No. Train them to handle them correctly at a young age, and they're less likely to use them. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of gun culture then in the United States? Is it
I
causing more
honestly hate
deaths?
it, but you can't take them away because, like I said, from history, you learn prohibition doesn't work. So, what's the ultimate solution? Give everyone a gun.
I think it's because the gun companies are making so much money, to be honest with you, so they can afford to,
Right.
get everyone on board or get enough people on board to kind of allow,
The two extremes
Fifth
are,
Amendment. Is it the Fifth, Sixth Amendment? I'm not sure.
yeah, right to bear arms.
Yeah, right to bear arms.
Yeah.
They only pay off enough politicians to get it passed. They're not paying off everyone. So there's always going to be the ones that are annoyed who are not getting any money from one of the biggest, one of the biggest, I think, industries in the United States is the gun industry. Not just the gun ranges, but the manufacturers of the weapons and all of the all of the kind of trading that goes on. It's a really big business. It's never going to go away. It's just they are only willing to pay off like 51% of the politicians to keep the business going, as it were, because it's international.
Have you
I
ever
mean, you've
heard
got
of
like 50.
wasabi?
Sorry,
Have you ever heard of wasabi?
wasabi.
WASBI. Wasabi.
No,
WASABI. Wasabi.
wasabi.
Right. When you
Yeah.
use those words forward and backwards, inside out and backwards, you get something really funny. I just saw I was a bee. Bee saw I. I just saw I was a buzzsaw bee. Be a buzzsaw I. A chainsaw. Run, nigga, nigga, nigga. Run, nigga, nigga, nigga. Run, 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 run. Run, nigga, nigga, nigga. Run. You hear it? Run, nigger. I'm going to get you. I'm a chainsaw. I'm a buzzsaw. Buzz. It's all mental state. You are whatever you think you are. I'm over here thinking that I'm the king of the bees. King of wasabi. I saw I was a saw bee. Bee saw I. How many kingdoms are there? One. Kingdom of bees.
Yep. I don't know how to respond to that. You lost me
Right.
there.
King of the fucking bees.
I know some people want to get in his head.
So
Yeah.
when you look at that, the kingdom of bees, there's only one. And I ask people all the time, and they think it's a trick question, how many kingdoms are there? Right? And some people will tell you 10 or 20 or 42. Why? Well, how come they can't say one? Kingdom of bees. There's only one kingdom.
Yeah. Okay. But but there are 4 kingdoms, right? There are 4 noble royal families that rule the world.
Right. About 13, technically.
Oh yeah, but some of them only own like one land, so they don't count. I'm just talking about the big noble families.
So one kingdom of bees, I'm going to show you how many different things are attached to one. Right? One kingdom of bees. There's only one holy see. One. There's only one of me. One. I'm the minority reporting in. The minority report is the individual.
Right.
The one.
So you are manifesting everything.
Correct.
Okay.
This shit's fucking why I'm laughing my goddamn ass off. If I don't say it, no one will. Because I'm the one.
Yeah.
3 will like what I say, and 3 will hate what I say. 93 don't have a response. Oh, I'll respond to that. But
Yeah,
that in itself is how I survive. Because they don't have a response for me. Because I survived. And this shit should have killed me.
I don't think you're gonna die.
No.
I think you're gonna be okay. I think if you made it this far, you're gonna make it all the way.
I was burnt from spinal meningitis in 1981. You had a 10% to 20% chance of surviving. Essentially, it was a liquid cyst in your brain.
But that's how amazing the human body is. Like, the cyst forms to control the invader force.
right.
The cyst is not the problem. It's the cyst is the solution. It's your body's solution is to form a cyst.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the good doctors wanted to drill a hole in my head and take out that
They
cyst.
always want to take it out. That's modern science.
And my father said, "You lay a hand on my son, and I'll kill you." And that was my daddy's solution then. but they gave me a 20% chance of survival, and I left home at 15. The
Yeah.
stats were definitely stacked against me. I should have been dead by now, locked up, or strung out on heroin. And heroin in itself keeps the hero in. Heroin locks the hero in, keeps it from ever coming out.
Yeah.
Your journey starts as a fool. You leave home, you're on the fool's journey. When
Yeah.
you're returning, when you
Do you know
sleep,
what fool is backwards? It's aloof,
right,
above everyone.
right. When you're returning from your fool's journey, you're coming home a conquering hero. You conquer everybody in your fucking path.
Yeah.
The journey was about finding yourself.
Do you feel a relationship with God? Do you feel like God had something to do with it? Some kind of
In Gnosticism, they teach you that God gives you questions and answers.
yeah.
It's all
Well,
in
God gives you problems to help you evolve, right?
that too, yes. Um, in some senses, God's like an angry child with a magnifying glass, and you're just an ant, and God wants to burn you, make you suffer, but through the fire, you purify.
It's weird how children are actually really cruel, right? When they're young. Like I was quite cruel to like insects when I was young, and
Right,
it's like, and then you kind of evolve to kind of caring more, and it's kind of a long journey. But I think in the end, I think the older you become, the more you sort of care about things. Not everyone, but I think the vast majority of older men are unlikely to walk around pushing people into rivers. You know, like they're going to be they're definitely going to care more.
right.
Y'all
Um,
never sleep, do you?
What?
Y'all never sleep, do you?
I always am working.
it depends where you are. You know, where's the sun? Like,
Not here.
I gotta get up early.
Working. Always working. Law of the king, Charles. You'll find this hilarious, right? So man's biological function is to be king. Lion King. I can't wait to be king. And I'm sitting on my throne right now, being as king, ass king. King of the asses, ass king. Shit talk king. Talking, speaking, thinking, logic king, magic
yeah,
king. They can't hear the king.
Here's Chris.
They can't hear
Here's
the king.
Chris.
King is a function
yeah.
and a syllable and a syllable. Part of the syllabus. I ain't your everyday bus boy, BB.
He has my head all fucked up most of the time.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Good, good.
I drank 5 wickeds yesterday, and I need a day off.
Oh, that's not good for your heart. I couldn't do that.
No, it's not.
That's not good for your heart, man. People have died drinking like coffee and Red Bull and stuff like that at the
You know
on
how
the
many
same
things
day.
I've survived that should have fucking killed me?
I was gonna say that boy ain't gonna die no time soon. He's fine.
Matt, you're a bad influence because I usually got a drink after when I get in here with him. I watched him for a couple years down here in Ohio.
Damn, I was just in Ohio, bud.
Before I ever actually got to where I am now, like I watched him for a couple years. He scarred my best friend. Well, one of my, good friends.
Yeah.
When alive, yeah. I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
I
On the
was
outside.
2 hours outside of you.
Wow. Yeah, that's how I came about meeting him. And everyone down here hates him that I know. From here
No,
to
well,
California.
yeah,
I
he's
even know,
popular.
I even know I do landscaping for a living. So that's why I'm up there early every morning. But there's this lady that I know that she told me, Chuck, I have a PhD in psychiatry. That man's either psychotic or possessed with the demons or something. Why do you mess with him?
You know, it's funny. People say we're possessed with devils when we know the truth. We
Yeah.
have the possession of the intent of the devil.
The Emerald Tablets of Thoth speak to not have intent, to not have any intent, you know. And what is intent best expressed by? Profit, money. You see me asking for any? And that confuses people. I can't be beat, and I know it. I can't be bought. Can't even
Yep,
put a price tag on me.
that part. That part. That part.
That part's fucking funny. When I ask people what my times work by the hour, they don't have a response. They don't know. Who decides that value? Me.
Truth. Truth incites that value, Matt. Let's not get it twisted.
Who decides value? The individual.
Truth.
The individual. That is truth. The consumer votes
Yeah,
every day with their dollar.
true. True. I ain't had coffee yet, Matt. I'm running on no coffee.
So, they got you thinking that it's the bankers and the CEOs and the corporations that are deciding value, but it's really the consumer, set of salesmen, a pitch man.
I think it's the bankers, man. I got to disagree. I think it's the bankers.
I
Really?
know, so I can't say a word. See y'all later.
I'm going to tell you then.
No, see, it's me. It's you, but you just didn't see it
It,
that way yet. I'll explain. My
every war ever fought was fought by bankers.
oh, oh yes, but on a personal level, it's you deciding value. My profession is reselling. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, so the German bankers in World War II
Oh,
and the
I'm here,
British,
man. If you want to come by and have a coffee or something.
they were both called Wahlbergs. They were brothers. So
No, no, no. My phone just was off a couple of days. Been busy.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
American one, they were all
Yeah,
brothers.
no, I'm good, man. No, letter is shit. All right, Matt. No, I'm live on. All right.
Wahlberg. Yeah, this is crazy. So
I'll holler at you later, Eric.
the
All right.
German Jewish banking dynasty, the Wahlberg brothers. One member, Paul Warburg, had significant ties to the U.S. banking system, and
It's
his
not.
brother, Max
Listen,
Warburg,
listen. It's.
was
Hold on. I'll let you read that, but look, I want you to hear what I'm going to say.
Warburg and Co. was the German banking, Nazi German
Look,
banking, Hamburg, based in Hamburg. They were
I
both
was
brothers, and they
I was
both
a
funded
pitch
each
man.
side of the war.
I was a pitch man for 25 years. Do you know what a pitch man is?
In a casino?
A pitch.
Oh,
A pitch man's a hustler or a con man or
oh,
um,
okay,
that's what a salesman is. A pitch man.
yeah.
Or a pitch man that throws you an idea, a propagandist.
Hmm.
That's another word for it. All of it. It's all tied into one. I could have been a politician, but I would have had a clean shave and I would have had to cut my hair, and then I just wouldn't be happy anymore. I'd have to do a lot of things that I don't want to do.
Yeah. Well,
But
it says we're
here,
all born equal.
I mean, this is really genius what I did over here, Charles, in the other room. It's 20 by 20, and it's floor to ceiling with video games and systems.
Yeah.
I created a micro museum from my home that the community has access to. Let's just call it a pile of shit. Simple language. I have a pile of shit in the other room. And people like my poop. They love my poop. I know the bigger that pile of shit gets, the more flies show up. What do you get out of shit? You get flies. Why am I using this terminology? Well, who's the Lord of the Flies? Ever heard that language before? Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Great film.
Right? And then you got the Fly Man. Fly Man. Right? Just being a fly on the wall, man. The Fly Man. Just hears things, the Fly Man. He just hears things and moves around, flies around, just does shit. That's the Joker. That's the fool. That's the crazy person. Essentially, what I did 4 years ago is I took my own money and I invested in myself. So I'm done playing games, looking for a job. I'll create my own job. I created my own bodega, my own micro store from home. But 4 years ago, I didn't know what I was going to get into. Buying, selling, and buying. These things, we all do them. It's part of cultural issues. We all buy, sell, swap, and trade, barter. We all do them. But some people do it better than others. And this is where my 25 years comes in, right? If you take a $100 item and you buy a $100 item, and let's say an emergency comes up and you need cash in a hurry, so you're going to sell it for $50. How many people do that? All the
I
time.
think they all do that. I think everything's made in China.
Right.
On pennies and stuff.
They settle for 50 cents. Right? They bought it for 100 and they sold it for 50 cents on the dollar. You see what I'm saying? Half. That's your rule of thumb. When you open it, it's worth half. Doesn't matter what it is.
Well, that's what the rule of thumb that's where it comes from.
Right.
So you have your hand.
Right.
And you're counting, right?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. That's the Sumerian 12. 12 hours in the day. That's where it comes from. A dozen eggs. Yeah. That's the rule. The rule is your thumb. Yeah.
So this is the irony in what I'm doing here, right? I took Ford's 4-quarter system, right? 25, 25, 25, 25, 4 quarters, 4 quarters, 4 corners. An X or a cross has 4 corners, 4 points. Ford. When you take that cross, also think north, south, east, and west, right?
News. The news.
Right? But it's also
talking about the news.
Right. But this whole formula runs my little fucking trading post in the other room. And Chuck's been watching me. I live pretty comfortable for a guy who don't got a job.
Yeah, I gotta sort that out as well.
But they don't want to see that I'm working for myself. That's what I'm trying to establish and lay down a precedent for and an example for. We're in a situation where most people should be creating micro companies where they're working for themselves. They shouldn't even be looking for a job. You're not going to have any stability working for someone other than yourself.
So do they have your legal name? Do they have your legal name anyway?
Say that again.
Do they have your legal name anyway?
Oh, no. No.
Have you ever used your name?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm registered at this point, yes. But see, as an operative, which is what I consider myself to be, an operative, a freelancer, and I'm working for myself in a lot of ways that most people would never think. I didn't see a point in opting out of the system.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways around it, but it's pretty grotesque. Like Trump buried his wife in his golf course, so it's now registered.
This is why I didn't opt out.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, but if you're willing to become a religion, that's the way out.
This is what I realized. I
Do
can
it. Be your own
compromise.
religion.
I could compromise it and take it over from the inside. Why get out of something that I can hostilely take over from the inside out? I can gut it like a fucking fish.
Just never agree to understand anyone else. That's the main thing.
No, I don't anymore. No, most
You
people
don't
hate.
understand anyone, and you don't have a name.
I don't ask questions. That's my other favorite one. I don't answer questions. I ask them. Put everything in a question form for here on out. It's funny. Ask police officers questions. They get really mad at you for it.
Just say it's not my fault that English is reverse Hebrew. That's just how I speak, isn't it?
Right. Say, put everything in a question form and you'll confuse the shit out of them. They won't bother you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I recognize the child rape crap.
But it's worth doing the research so you understand the whole. Because I think America is a little bit easier than like most other countries.
But what I saw as a strategy, you know, I'm a guerrilla. So my best option is guerrilla warfare. Right? And that's running and hiding and ducking, and you're one against many, many against one. How do you survive as one against many? Right? I realized how to do it by running naked through the crowd, squeezing my
I think you
hair.
want to draw attention to yourself. I think that's the best way to hide.
Exactly, drawing
Then
attention.
everyone's looking for you instead of at you, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, you're not hiding.
Yeah, you shouldn't be hiding.
Exactly. I don't need to hide. That's the irony in this shit. I'm so much chaos that they have to hide from me because they can't deal with what I did. I ran around town squeezing my nipples.
How do you so are you actually, do you have a problem with social anxiety?
No.
I still have a problem with that. Like sometimes
I was a door-to-door salesman.
have a plan, but I can't. Yeah.
I was a door-to-door salesman, a car salesman, an insurance salesman. You know.
Yeah, I've done a lot of sales stuff. Yeah.
So I have 25 years in dealing with people. What I don't like is crowds of 10 or 20. No. 2 or 3 people having coffee, having a discussion about something. Five's pushing it, because 5 people can't have actual conversation about anything. They can't stay on a topic. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's a waste of time if you can't, express yourself and no one's really paying attention. Yeah. I do like one-to-one videos where I'm talking to people, actually analyzing things.
My friend Andrew, the last 3 days I've been doing these group chat.
Yeah.
Randomly.
It can really help your mind as well, organize your thoughts,
Right. And it puts other people.
Because the ideas for me are easy. It's the innovative way to communicate. That's the hard part.
It is. No, it is. It's describing oppositional force works backwards. So then you got to figure out how everything works backwards.
It's all to do with the left, right side of your brain,
Right.
That's what it is.
If you're left-handed, you put your right shoe on first. If you're right-handed, you put your left shoe on first.
But your left hand isn't controlled by your left side of your brain. It's the right
it's
side.
Right. It's cross.
It's so confusing.
Right.
I don't know why it was designed that way, but I'm sure it was designed by someone. Yeah.
The left eye is attached to the right brain, and the right eye.
Yeah. Well, it's part of your brain, bro. The eye is part of your brain. It's not separate.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. I realized that the brain is a quantum D-wave machine, but a biological one. We're designed to adjust to frequency. We're sensitive to frequency. We adapt, we adjust, we observe frequency. Math is about measuring vibrations.
Yeah.
Seconds, minutes, milliseconds, hours, days, weeks, cycles, circuitry, electricity, precession measures within space-time. The Greeks knew it.
Yeah.
The Anunnaki knew it. We're still using their system, but we don't even comprehend the full scope of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think people understand what they're doing to their bodies when they have like facelifts. How that affects their frequency from that point onwards.
Right.
I think they have real depression. I think their because your body is used to a specific geometry because your face is also sound. So it's like I think that if you mess with that in any way, it can have real detrimental effects. I think, yeah.
Right.
That's why I think makeup is also such a terrible to put some kind of chemical on your skin, and then it slowly leaches into your body, into your mind, into your brain. Yeah. Like you should never color your hair, man. Any of that stuff. Like even the shampoos we use, we should really watch out.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No,
Like toothpaste, stay away from that stuff, man. Like toothpaste, that's the softest tissue on your body is your gums, right? It goes right into your bones, right into. Like
right.
you can make your own toothpaste. You can use like coconut oil and things like that. Yeah.
I had my whole top row pulled out because I had gingivitis, and all my gums
Yeah.
were completely flamed. My sinuses, I had infection all the way up into my nose, into my brain. So they had to pull them all out. And when they did, all that infection up here in my nose and in my brain just came right out all at once. I was having breathing issues.
Okay.
I had to take them out. Some people will tell you some people in private will tell you that it's meth or it's crack or whatever. No, it's fucking gingivitis. My father had all
Yeah.
his teeth taken out by the time he was 40.
Yeah. Yeah. It
My
depends on
grandfather
like
about the
lifestyle as
same.
well. Yeah.
But they don't want to tell you that's because part of it that is because of the water. You know,
Yeah.
fluoride
Yeah. It could
actually
be.
causes corruption in your special coating over your teeth. I can't remember the name of it, but it deteriorates that coating and then erodes.
Enamel. Yeah.
Yeah, it erodes the enamel and decays. That's why so many people have dental issues. It's because of fluoride.
It's
And
definitely unnatural because you find all these mummies, these mummified people, and they have all their teeth after like thousands of years.
right,
So it's definitely something. It's definitely something modern, like a
it's
conspiracy.
the water. You know, and
Yeah.
it's just like the
Yeah.
movie Idiocracy. Luke Wilson, he's talking to the president. He's like, "You just need clean water. Plants don't want Gatorade. They don't want the green
Mm.
stuff. They want water." And it's
Yeah.
really
That's a
so
good film.
simple. You know, the land needs to be flushed with clean water to get the toxins out of it. You know,
Toxins. Yeah. I mean, how can you take toxins out of water? You've got to get certain amount of
you have
minerals,
to put the
maybe
water
plants.
into a spin. Part of the
Yeah.
process I've thought out. You have to put the water into a spin. Magnets
Mm.
would have to be involved in some way so that you could extract heavy metals from the waters. Filters.
The Romans used to use charcoal to clean water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's part of it. But I also thought that electrolysis would be part of the process as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where I came up with the concept of a pancake filter. I don't have it right here. It's in the other room. Essentially, it's just it's a circular plug that you put inside the water line. And
But people never used to drink water. People never used to drink water. They used to eat fruit that had water in.
right,
And during the Middle Ages, like people used to just drink beer and
right.
wine. Nobody was drinking water back then, you
No,
know?
no. And now we're drinking
And some
dirty
of
water.
these palaces don't even have bathrooms, you know?
Right.
I don't think we used to drink and go to the bathroom, hardly ever, maybe. It's
No,
very
that's where you get
strange,
into
like how the human
breatharians.
body has changed over
That's
time.
where you get into breatharians. Even Jesus spoke about fasting and not eating solid foods.
Yeah,
It comes down to the science to understanding how the body works.
yeah,
We are electrical beings and we are charged by the sun. The skin is like a solar panel. It
mm,
charges you. But I also throw this
yeah.
out
I
there for
think we
you.
need to think of the sunlight as electricity and
Yeah,
information.
right.
Yeah,
Um, you could take a small stagnated pond, still water or standing water. You could
yeah.
drive a positive and negative ground into the pond and hook a battery.
Anode, cathode. Yeah,
Yeah, you can hook a battery to it, and all of a sudden, boom, you got a solar panel because the sun charges the pond. and you can extract the energy through the anode and cathode, and you charge the battery, and you run the house off the battery.
You could grow some gigantic like
Isn't
alien
that wild?
creatures.
You could turn a pond into a solar panel just by putting an anode and cathode.
Yeah, and you don't even need electricity. You can just do it with like mercury. They did it with copper anode cathode. They had copper coils.
Right.
Iron, maybe you could do it with iron and
If you
mercury, maybe magnesium.
centrifugal spin is a big part of this, right? Even in my medical ideas, in regards to how to treat blood, I'm looking at the same concepts and trying to make them work for cleaning water, but it also applies to how we relate to the earth as well. Centrifugal force has you pressed down, is pushing you down to the ground or pulling you down.
Yeah.
So you're grounded to the ground. You got grounded by your
magnetism.
Magnetism. So you're grounded to the ground.
That's all there is, I think. Magnetism, yeah.
I think at one point in the past we were flying as a civilization, and the powers to be grounded out of us took our wings away.
Yeah, possible. Yeah. So we are the fallen angels. Yeah.
Correct. We are the fallen angels, right? And we're in hell already.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you got to look at who's.
I don't like to think that way, but there are a lot of good theories that support it. I mean, especially the electric and the magnetic. Yeah, yeah.
So
the more evolved mammals might be the ones that are in the ocean, right?
So Prison Planet, PP, Prison Planet.
Prism, yeah. That's just geometry, though. Yeah.
Right, no, it is. But think literal state asylum or hell in a cell, prison, jail, state prison, penitentiary system. The earth is ran as a prison system, a correctional facility for bad dogs, pound puppies, PP. And that's for the political parties, PP, political parties, people persons, politicians, presidents, and press agents, PP, parents, prodigy, predators, prey, pedophiles, PP.
Hey, I'm going to run to the store now, charge up.
So you see, yeah, okay, Chuck. And
nice
the government wants you to have good PPE, protective personal equipment, PPE, personal protective equipment, right? PPE. The puns on this is so fucking funny. It's not even funny. It's funny. It's funny with a PH because I got a PH in dumb, D, PhD. Is your water balanced? How do you know? Well, you know through a pH strip. Balance your water. Alchemy, chemistry. Green is alkaline. Neutral, green. Chlorophyll, green. Emerald tablet, green. Emeralds, green. Green is envy. Green is also money. And green is also your heart chakra.
Yeah. This is true.
So I started because of my autism and Kelly's morbid obsession for organizing by color. I realized how it applied to natural science. I'm mind blown by it. I'm a high school dropout that knows that resonating states are causing frequency, and the frequency is expressed by shade of density, carbon coloring. Look at black, and it's not very dense. Carbon, it's black, and diamonds, dense carbon, compressed carbon, and you can pull a diamond from a piece of coal under pressure, right?
Yeah, it's all an illusion.
So this is the light trick. Light refracts off a diamond, and light is absorbed by charcoal.
So, do you want to hear something about gemstones? I have
Yeah,
a theory on gemstones. So there are like gemstones in Aaron's breastplate. Do you remember that in the Bible?
I do. They're also expressing months and birthstones, gemstones, and they closely associate with astrological signs.
Okay. Well, uh, give me a few minutes to explain something to you, and then this is one of the main ways that you can prove that the Bible is not written by humans, but through humans. That's my theory.
Yep,
So Aaron's breastplate featured 12 precious stones.
yep.
12, yeah. So these stones were carnelian, chrysolite, beryl, turquoise, lapis lazuli, emerald, jacinth, agate, amethyst, topaz, onyx, and jasper, right?
Hmm.
Now, what I found out is that none of those are, there's no diamonds there, there's no rubies, right?
Right,
These are completely different from the ones that we value or that cost so much money today, right?
right.
So the 12 stones, scientists only worked out 2 years ago that these 12 stones are the only stones that do what? Yes, in connection with what you said earlier about light refraction.
They all refract light.
They're the only ones that refract light in a color. How did they know that in ancient, Aaron and the Israelites escaping from Egypt, bro? How did they know that? There's only 12 on Earth, bro. There's only 12. Diamonds don't do that. Diamonds look like nothing when they have light going through. But it's not normal light. It's a very specific laser light that you need in order to create those colors.
So they probably knew how to create lenses from those stones on a large scale.
How did they know that? That's that technology only existed like since I think 2022 or something.
Right.
And it gets worse than that, man. It's even scarier than that. They are organized into 4 rows on his breastplate, right?
Yeah.
The first one is carnelian, chrysolite, and beryl. They all refract at the same frequency. Turquoise, lapis lazuli, emerald. Even if someone wrote the Bible 10 years ago, how did they know that? Okay. Then you got this third row: jacinth, agate, amethyst. Fourth row: topaz, onyx, jasper. Each of those stones had a name of the 12 sons of Israel. Guess what the level of melanin is if you connect those sons to current nations? There isn't just one type of melanin. There has to be more than one. This is Exodus 28:15-21. These are what the real stones look like on the ancient Hebrew. That is mad, bro. That is mad. This has been around for centuries. Oh, the Bible's been around obviously for like we're talking about like what 2,000 years, right? Since Jesus, right?
Right.
2024. Levi, Simeon, Reuben, right? Because the sons of Noah, right? So Levi,
Right.
Simeon, Reuben. Obviously, we're talking about Japheth. What are the other ones? Shem. No, I forgot the sons of Noah. Right. So you got Naphtali, Dan, Judah, Issachar, Asher, Gad. Right. Benjamin, Joseph, and Zebulun was, I think, the last one. Yeah. This is the birth order of them too. By the way, this is also the birth order. What the hell? What the hell? Talk about a glitch in the matrix, man. This is the birth order on his breastplate, the gemstones. Bro, I can't. You can't carry on living your life the way you have after hearing some stuff like that, man. none of those are diamonds. There's no rubies in there. There's no all of those gems that we think are valuable are the least valuable, and these are actually the ones that. Yeah.
They came out of Tartaria with lens technology. Did you know in the old world?
They must have had something. Yeah, yeah. This is why Tartaria works,
Right.
and it connects to the Bible, because how would you know?
Well,
Even like the highest, most expensive laser that's only like research centers and universities can afford now. You know, you can't.
this will
Got to talk about it all the time. Try to tell people. Yeah.
you know about the catacombs under the churches?
Yeah, yeah. That's not Christian churches, bro. None of those
You
churches
ever
are
ask
Christian.
yourself why those red bricks?
Yeah, the copper content. Yeah,
Iron.
yeah. Where did they get the iron and the copper from? Yeah,
They got the iron from blood. They mixed blood with mortar
yeah,
to make ionized iron bricks. They
yeah.
mixed human blood.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible because of the color. Yeah, because they
Um,
wanted electricity to go through the buildings. Yeah,
as a child
yeah.
growing up in Bangor, Maine, I always called it Brick City or Lego City
Hmm.
because all the roads are made out of red brick. The sidewalks are laid brick.
Yeah,
You know, it's all brickwork, Freemasonry. It's all red brick.
yeah.
Most all downtown is all brick. The roads, the sidewalks, and all your main buildings.
Are you saying that could be human blood or animal blood? What's the higher copper content or iron content?
Well, it gets into Jack and the Beanstalk, right?
Yeah.
Fee fi fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman and smash their bones to dust and make my bread and mix my mortar, brick and mortar. And then weird
So
how
Nephilim construction projects required
human blood.
farming of blood. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
No wonder the flood came and wiped them all away. Or are they still underground somewhere?
but no, they're still here. That's the whole point. And what are they
Yeah.
doing? They want to turn all of us into cannibals. They want us all to be cannibalistic.
Yeah.
One day I woke up from a nightmare with this terrifying thought that at some point somebody thought, let's everybody eat everybody until there's nobody left. And if there's nobody left, there's nobody crime, there's no body, there's no crime, and there's nobody to tell.
Yeah. So I mean, I find always the opposite is true of what people try to make you believe. So if they say there's an overpopulation, that means that there's not enough people. And
Right.
if they tell you that there's like 1 billion people in China, there's probably only a few 100 million. You know.
They
So
use false num they like adding zeros. You know?
yeah, it's all misinformation.
So all I tell people is take away the zeros and then relook at it. But 6 billion is probably six. You know, take some of the zeros away or take all of them away. You know, because the
Yeah.
zero has in numerology, zero doesn't have any value. So
Yeah.
this is where you're what I call towing the line or rooting, right? You're rooting.
Yeah.
Routing, rooting, or routing, or root, ROOT. You're asking about what's the root of things. Route 9. Route 9 is an interstate system that runs from Maine to California. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So there's also hidden meanings in those, right? Route 66 and all of that. And yeah.
yes. So I'm off of Route 9, and it's actually Interstate 9 or I-9. They call it I-9.
Mm.
And in numerology, look, I just happens to be the ninth letter. And the city I live in is Water District 9. District 9. That was a movie. And then there's an anime called Number 9. That's a trip. Crowley spoke.
Yeah,
of
9
it.
is always associated with ecstasy, right? Ascension and like cloud 9 and yeah.
Love potion number 9.
Yeah. Yeah. 9 lives. Is that
Ten of
right?
9 tails. It's a
Yeah, head and 9.
So I'm like, wow, 9 is hidden in so many different things. Feminine,
Yeah.
9. Androgynon is genderless, without gender. God doesn't have a gender. I don't even like the word God. Creator works better. Architect, designer, maker, master of the
Yeah.
universe, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you say, you know? But God's a
Cool.
bad word.
All right, cool, man. I gotta do one. I gotta go. But great chat.
Thank you.
Cool. Take it easy and yeah.
You have a great day, man.
You too. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Senators Merkley, Paul, and McConnell clashed on the Senate floor over whether to outlaw intoxicating hemp products like Delta 8 THC while preserving CBD. The U.S. Hemp Roundtable warns the move could wipe out 90% of the $28 billion hemp industry and cost hundreds of thousands of jobs. Watch the debate right here.
Instead of a clean CR, this bill contains language that has been airdropped in that will destroy hemp farming in Kentucky and across the United States. Tucked away on page 163, Title 7, Division B of this spending package is a provision that will shut down the hemp industry across the United States. My amendment would strip the provision designed to regulate the hemp industry to death. The bill as it now stands overrides the regulatory frameworks of several states, cancels the collective decisions of hemp consumers, and destroys the livelihoods of hemp farmers. And it couldn't come at a worse time for America's farmers. Times are tough for our farmers. Farmers' costs have increased as the price of fertilizer and machinery have jumped, while prices for their crops like soybean, corn, and wheat have declined. For many farmers, hemp has proved to be a lifeline, a new cash crop. Farmers turn to growing hemp to mitigate the losses they've endured during this season of hardship. But that lifeline may soon be extinguished by this very legislation. The effective hemp ban included in this spending package is a result, we are told, of bad actors skirting the legal limits by overly enhancing the concentration of THC in their products. The hemp industry